Hello there. Today I want to talk to you about audio recorders and what a great thing I think these are. Why do you need one? I think they are a perfect tool for a number of things. Firstly, of course, you can capture those conversations with learners and those interventions you have with learners where you are discussing progress and setting targets, for example, and also getting the students to self-assess and peer assess. It's all really, really good for capturing evidence. In the world of applied learning in BTECs and the like, this is absolutely guaranteed to get the students to focus on giving a good response and hit the criteria, and BTEC fully support this kind of evidence. So they're really, really good things to get to know and to get to use. Of course, you don't have to get a top-of-the-range professional machine like, well, this one. You can get one on your smartphone. Most smartphones come with a audio recorder device built in. The issue, of course, though, is quality. The quality of the microphone on the smartphone version, it's really quite a small microphone, doesn't pick up a good enough sound, particularly if you're in the arts, if you're music and so on. It's not going to sound good. It does sound like a lot of them sound like telephone calls. But if you're using one of these devices, they've got professional microphones set at a stereo as a stereo pair, and they do really, really good quality recordings. And I know that does make them a little bit more expensive, but they're really, really good. In the middle, between the two, there's the dictaphone. The dictaphone's the same thing. They're really, really good for capturing voice. But if you're going to do anything that's outside voice or anything which is more than a couple of feet away from the microphone, then the quality goes down quite quickly. So I wouldn't recommend a dictaphone. I would recommend one of these professional audio recorders. This one's Tascam. They're also made by Edirol and made by Zoom. They're all pretty good, actually. I can't say there's a bad one. I really like them all. The Tascam is fairly straightforward. Two microphones, point it at the sound source, press the red button, and away you go, and you are recording. They're really, really good. Record yourself and then offer the microphones to the learner and get them to record. Use it to focus the learner's mind. Are you ready? Go. Really good way of getting the learners to concentrate and think about what you're talking about rather than just saying, I didn't do very well. So they're really good things to have. Carry them around in your hand and use it all the time. Keep it in your pocket. You don't need to have the pop shield particularly, but put it in a nice case and keep it in your bag and use it whenever you possibly could. Also very good in meetings and stuff like that. The problem is that it's another level of admin for you. These connect to your computer via USB, and you plug the cable in or take the smart card out and plug it in your smart reader, but USB usually into your computer, and it looks like a USB stick. And that means you've got some more files to manage, and the files unfortunately are just numerically numbered. They're not names. You've got to come up with a system yourself of recognizing which file is which, and then making sure that you routinely take the material that you've got on your audio recorder and get it labelled and get it filed away properly and efficiently. So you do have to focus on that and make sure that you do it at the end of every lesson or at the end of every day. And a good trick is to just make sure that as you're starting any conversation, starting any recording, when you press the record button, just say, this is in lesson number 1, interviewing some blah 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 about performance, and away you go. And so you put a little description at the beginning of the recording that explains what that recording is. So they're really, really good. This one, as I say, professional and is a bit expensive. They're getting on for a couple of £100, I think. But you can shop around and get them a lot cheaper than that. And I do heartily recommend them. I think they're a fantastic little device for a classroom.